Hey everyone, it's Kenya Buck in Brooklyn. We are headed to the side back of Sturgis, so join us. All right, baby girl. Hello everyone. It is Tuesday today. It is cold out. It's chilly, but it's cold to me. My dogs were raring to go. It's a little after 4, and there are a bunch of idiots here taking up all the parking spots. So, as I'm going back to the car, or if I can get a photo, where I usually park, there's room for 3 cars, and some idiot pulled in sideways. So now there's just room for my car and the idiot's car. So, yeah. I don't have my tripod today. I didn't feel like carrying it. So, it is chilly out. I went over to my parents' house last night, and I was in an awful mood because my husband was picking on everything I was doing, and he just made me angry. And so I went over to my parents' house because I'm trying to get rid of their dish cable and get them hooked up to Roku. And Roku was so easy. But I was in such a pissy mood that it took forever. And then it wanted me to register everything and stuff. And I was just like, I can't do this, not tonight. So I hooked their dish back up. I have their Rokus at each TV. And then I will go back probably on Saturday. I have everything, all their information and stuff, and register everything, register their remotes and everything, and then they can just get rid of Dish. They are paying $189 a month for cable, which is absolutely ridiculous. So, they're worried that they can't get the news and all that stuff, and I said, we'll get you to YouTube TV, we'll get you to any app that you want. All of it will cost less than $189. So, I wondered if they called Dish and told them that they're thinking about going to Roku, if they would lower the bill, but they probably would only do that for a little while and then it would go back up again. So, yeah. They're 80 and 81 years old, and it's all the older people that still have cable, and they're the ones that are having to pay for it. Everybody else goes to streaming. So, I'm going to get my parents on the streaming. But Dish has everything hooked up into the back bedroom. And so I was back there trying to hook up the Roku, and I had to unhook the Dish. And my dad, he was in the living room. He's like, there's no TV out here. I said, I know, I'm hooking up the Roku. I can't have the Dish going when I'm hooking up the Roku. So yeah, I was not in a good mood last night. I did Jeremy and I did go to Rapid City to pick up his glasses, and then I ordered mine. They said that without my insurance it would cost $718. I know I need bifocals. I know that. But $718, thank God I had insurance, because it cost me $189 for my glasses. But even $189 to me is a lot. So I'm just getting back from Texas and everything, you know. Everything costs money. Doesn't it, Brooklyn? Doesn't everything cost money? And then my puppies were raring to go. And I just had this feeling that I better stay for a few more minutes. And of course my boss called. And I said, I knew that. I knew she was going to call. I knew she was. So apparently Black Hills VA is going to go to the Cray minutes. Now that's been in the director's policy for a long time, but there's only 2 of us that actually do Cray minutes. And when I asked her about it, she just sent me the format. She didn't tell me anything. So they want me to, come on, Buck! They want me to show the practice council how to do the minutes in Cray format and do 1 set of minutes and then show the minute taker how to do them and stuff. So I said I can do that. Where's my puppy? Where's the buckaboodles? There he is. What are you doing, baby girl? Come on. Cray format minutes are so much easier. It used to take me days to get a set of minutes done. Now I just put the reports on there and say, so-and-so reported it on the data. So, because they have the report to look at, which is so much different than how I was taught at the VA to do the minutes. Before they wanted, my minutes were like 30 pages long for an hour's meeting. Now it's like 1 page. So, and then I was sending out a bunch of instructions for the controlled substance coordinator or controlled substance inspectors, and so I was chatting with the 2 Fort Meade people doing the December one, and on a different chat I was chatting with the Fort Meade person that was doing the Hot Springs December one. Then I was chatting on a different one, the 2 Fort Meade people that were doing the November one, and Hot Springs has already done their November inspection. And then I was asking them that I put 2 reports on early so they can start their inspection early. But for the December people, I was asking the inspectors they can start the reports but not to do them all, because I want them to show the shadowing people where they get the reports done and how to do them and stuff like that. And then I said that I'd put all of the instructions on the controlled substance coordinator's channel. So we have our own channel. And then we have our own, each person that we want to talk to individually. So I was talking to all those different groups, and this one inspector who just started She writes back, and why so many chats? I didn't even answer that. I'm just like, you have no clue, so boo-hoo, shush. And I was only talking to her on one. And then the channel, which that's just where I put the December dates and then the instructions for doing the CPRS and the pharmacy dispensing report. Those are the two reports that I put on early. Right, baby boys and girls. We're going to go back this way. So, yeah. So, I think that she won't be fun as an inspector because I chat a lot with my inspectors on what needs to be done, what, all that stuff. Come on, Buckaboo. Okay, come on, Buck. Get your butt over here. What you smiling? What you smiling? Oh, I'm freezing. I'm so cold. It's only about 50 degrees out. But as you guys know, I'm very tiny. So, no fat, skin and bones. Freezing all the time. Buck came in my room last night at 3 o'clock because he was cold. And he gets in my bed because I always have my heated blanket on. And I had my little fireplace off. And he crawls underneath all the covers, which he takes up the entire bed. Come on, Buckaboo. And that leaves me just hanging off the side with no covers. And he was there for an hour. So I finally got up and turned my heater on, my fireplace on, to warm up the room. And he was just snoozing away. And I was sitting there freezing. And then my cat, my little boy, comes up, and when Buck is sleeping, I always have the blankets over him and stuff, and he always thinks that he has to step on him. Well, if you step on Buck while he's sleeping, if the cat step on him while he's sleeping, he will jump up and try to bite him. Where is he going? Brooklyn? Where is he going? Come on, Buck. All right, baby girl. Come on. There you are. Did you find something over there that you like the smell of? So yeah, anyways, he slept there for about an hour. Come on. And then he got hot, and I let him out of my room. And I crawled in bed, and I fell asleep. I still had my heater on, and I fell asleep, and I slept so hard. My neck was stiff when I woke up. I was just like, oh crap. Do you guys ever sleep so hard that you never move, and when you wake up, your body just hurts? I do that a lot when my heater is on and it's nice and toasty in my room. This one time I was really, really, really sick. And I was at work and I had left. I was so sick that time. And I went into my bedroom and I turned my heater on. And I fell asleep, and I was sleeping for like 3 or 4 hours. And I slept there with my heater on all those hours, and my mom comes over to bring me some soup and Sprite, and she walks in my room. Oh my God, Ken, it's so hot in here, and she turned my heater off, and I was just like, okay, I'm sick, I'm freezing, I had the heater on for a reason, But if you think it needs to be off, turn it off. She left it, I turned it back on. I know when people do that, they don't mean it, you know, but I was so sick. Oh man, I was so sick. I was running a fever. I had the chills. I had the pukies. All that stuff. And believe it or not, it wasn't the flu. It was just the ickies. Hey, baby. You weren't there, though. It was when I had Justice. You think he's going to come over here before I have to call him? Come on back. Come on, baby girl. Oh, we're dragging our butt. That's not good. Her tummy has actually been really good lately. She hasn't had any diarrhea for about a month, which is so good. I think her IBS is under control. Come on, little boy. Right, Brooklyn. Your tummy hasn't been bad lately. She knows she has to eat her food. She doesn't want to eat her food. But I bought a different type of hydrolyzed chicken diet. So I think she likes this stuff better. It is, I think, the Royal Canin, not the Hill Science. The Hill Science diet is a puffy kind of a pellet, where the hydrolyzed Royal Canin is more compact, and she likes the compact one more than the puffy one. Don't you, baby girl? And Bucky's still just a Hoover. He just still eats everything and anything. I actually had to hide. Well, I didn't hide it. I put the cat food behind my chair, and I have my chair, the back against one wall and the front against my bed. And there's just a little corner where I can reach my hand through and put the cat food back there. Because he's eating 4 cans. 4 cans. I put it in there for the cats, and he bulldozes his way in my room and eats it all. So, said no more of that. I don't want him eating the soft food all the time. I mean, I'll let him lick the spoon and the can and stuff, but he needs to be eating the hard food for his teeth. I mean, he can have soft food as a treat, like maybe twice a year, but not that often. And my little girl kitty, she don't even like the soft food. She'll eat it, but she don't like it. And Brooklyn smells it once, and she's like, no way. So, it's getting darker and darker. And it gets to the shortest day of the year. My husband goes to work at night and comes home at night. I gotta keep Buck over here close to me because there's cars going home. I'm so scared that they're gonna get hit. So alright, everybody, I'm gonna leave you here. Remember to hug somebody you love, subscribe, like, and comment, and I will take a photo of the idiot and put it on the end before this message. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.